Had to go get my soundproofing. Oh, cow. Okay.
Hey.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad.
You have a buzzing when you talk.
I do?
Yep. Let me see if somebody else can hear it. How's it going, J Mike?
What's up, fellas? Yes, I definitely hear that.
You hear buzzing when I talk?
I just hear buzzing currently right now.
Now I hear it constantly, yeah. Sign out and sign back in, Kyle.
All right.
It's definitely on Kyle. Right? It's gone now, right?
I do not hear it now.
Okay.
Kyle's the worst.
The worst.
Hopefully it was just a misconnection of some sort.
Well, I say we just did a show, so it was okay 10 minutes ago.
So you guys don't record on the...
Yeah, we usually do. But Kyle's voice well, there's some discrepancy about that. He said he was losing his voice. I think he lost to me in our home league. I made a 70-point comeback. There was also some question as to whether or not he was celebrating too vigorously over James Conner and Aaron Jones. I mean, there was a lot of factors. So we decided to go remote tonight.
Can you hear me now?
meant. Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys did your show. Yeah, you sound fine now, Kyle. It was as soon as you signed out, so we'll blame Google Hangouts.
That's one sexy Barry White voice you've got going on, Kyle.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. I don't think I have to explain any of the games to you fellas. I'm thinking you guys probably know them all.
What games are they?
The games that we have are a trade game. So we will play the Dynasty Trade Calculator game. We have ADP bullshit. So we will play that. And of course, we have the name. It would not the name game. So
I hate you.
So those are the three games. I do have a tiebreaker. If it comes to that, it'll just be something pulled out of one of these games. So rather not have to do that. So somebody just have a clean night. Let's not have three different game winners. Everybody good with that plan?
Don't worry, I won't win any of them.
That seems to be the consensus on Twitter. I'm starting to pull for Kyle now. I'm the one usually in his shoes that nobody seems to want to win. So I'll root for you now.
Hey, we gave you your first and for a while only win. I don't expect much better of a showing.
Right.
I mean, we can't all lose.
Yeah, that's the best part is somebody has to win tonight. It will not be.
Hence the reason why I'm betting it's J Mike because he wasn't part of that last loss.
The debacle.
No, anytime I listen to the show, I lose. So I'm screwed.
Well, that's good. That's good. So, I mean, you guys know how to play all those games, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions beforehand?
I don't think so. What was the second game you said?
ADP bullshit. So that's the one where I'll give you a position and I'll give you a range, and I will tell you how many of that position are within a certain range, and then we'll go around the horn and you bid to say how many you can get. If I say there are 12 quarterbacks between ADP 7 and 15 or 7 and 50, how many can you name? Well, I can name 9, and if somebody calls bullshit on you, then you have to name 9.
Gotcha.
If you do it and you get there, you get 2 points. If you get called out and you are incorrect, the person that calls you out gets 1 point.
Oh my gosh.
So we changed the scoring on that to give a little bit more advantage to the person that's going for it nowadays.
That's probably fair.
What's the latest rules on the trade game? Is it no pick?
No picks. No picks, and it'll either be 2 for 1 or 1 for 2.
Okay.
So no straight up 1 for 1 trades and no picks.
I will lose.
The trade game's gotten a lot more interesting since we went to that format. Like, it's a lot more fun, a lot more thinking, a lot more wild answers.
Yeah, I think of everything in picks, so
then you just have to do the conversion of this guy's worth this pick's worth this player plus this player. It's just an extra step then.
yeah.
That you got to do very quickly.
See, I do nothing in picks because picks mean literally nothing to me.
That's fair.
Like, I don't care. The only time I talk about picks now is when I'm on Wall Street. That's it. Like, and even there, I'm like, God, I almost don't even want to bring them up anymore because picks should be irrelevant. Should be auction money as it is, if anything else.
Yeah, but you can make some great gains firing away some picks. I mean, that's the. We were just talking. There was a trade on DLF's Trade Finder.
Yeah,
that was Le'Veon Bell straight up for a 19 first in a 12-team league.
I can see that. That's his value now.
That's crazy.
That's it. That's it. I mean, his value will be at least 2 firsts next year. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In a heartbeat, I would do that.
But I have him on a team that is the top team in a league. I shared that in, I think, a chat the other day. And like, what do I do with him? Like, I seriously might take Philip Lindsay for him. Honestly, I don't even know if I'd be offered Philip Lindsay for him right now. But I want to win that fucking league. Like, I know I'm taking a loss overall on the trade. Like, I know that. But I will get the next 6 games out of Philip Lindsay as I'm going for actual money.
That's, I mean, look,
real money matters.
That's where I fired off Dalvin Cook and Amari Cooper last week and a second to get Zeke. And I probably got crushed in that or something close to crushed.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, but
I don't know that you would have gotten crushed.
But again, it won me this week against Kyle, who was the #1 team. Now we get an even record. I'm in second, and I've got some horses to take me, to the promised land.
That trade.
So what you're saying is it was already worth it.
Yeah,
that trade got you that win.
It did.
No,
that's nice when you get that immediate gratification of, okay, I took a risk and it didn't backfire right away.
That's it.
That's nice.
It was a trade and Chubb going off. I mean, that was a good chunk of that.
All right, guys. I also need to ask a question because we've started to go for our DLF podcast family instead of doing like one of the pre-recorded reads, which to me get kind of annoying if you hear them over and over and over and over and over. They're fine and all. Like we were all told, do a 30-second clip and it'll get played at the beginning of another episode. The other option is to basically just kind of talk a little bit about one of the other episodes. Do any of you guys listen to any other DLF podcast? I assume you listen to DGN, but do you listen to any other DLF podcast, whether it be the Flagship, Superflex, whatever that Superflex one is, Read and React, Player Raider podcast, Commission Impossible, Dynasty Double Take. Do you guys listen to any of those?
A few of them, but I'm behind on a lot of them.
Yeah, I like Commission Impossible. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, Commission Impossible.
But if I ask the following question, so guys, you listen to the DLF podcasts, can you give me, what's your favorite podcast that you listen to on that network? Can you guys answer that live?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay, so everybody will be ready to do that, and I won't be catching anybody off guard.
What's like Dynasty Trades HQ? Oh, wait a second. That's not ideal. Crap.
I love that show. Not the point of the advertisement. Yes, J Mike is nailing it. That's exactly what you should do, J Mike.
Get some mean messages from Scott Fish. So about that.
I don't know. Scott doesn't know how to send a mean message. Not at all.
That's probably.
I don't know. I've seen some.
Not even a little. I see Evil Scott all the time, but it's always draped in niceness, unfortunately.
It's gross.
So, all
Hey,
right,
if you, I don't know if you're gonna do any kind of mention your show type of thing, send it to Zach instead of me. If you do anything like that.
okay. I'll let. I mean, I was just gonna have one of you give like the whole rundown of both shows, unless you guys want to split it. But I figured it'd be a little bit more succinct and fast if it was just one of you describing the Dummy Blitz and the Dummy Flagship.
That's perfect. Just don't give it to me. I'm gonna try to limit.
No, I got you. I understand that. I'm gonna call on you only when you need to answer. Is that you can give it a thumbs up? Is that lemon tea in the mug?
It is. It
whiskey?
is. It's
Hopefully
lemon tea, throat coat, something.
I told him put some honey in it and call it good. Come
I
on,
think it has
suck
honey
it
in
up.
Throw whiskey in it, you'll feel better.
Right.
It's amazing.
Throw some
Even better.
D's on it. Yeah.
Throw some Jameson. Oh my God. I went to a party over the weekend and this dude pulls out 2 bottles of Jameson and like I wasn't even planning on drinking. Like didn't take beer. And J Mike's from this area, so J Mike knows like when you show up to a party in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, like everybody brings their own cooler full of beer. Like it's just understood. Like you just show up with your own cooler of beer at everything, whether it be like a festival or no matter what it is, you show up with a cooler of beer. It's crazy.
That's a fact.
But I didn't take any alcohol. And then he busts out these 2 bottles and I'm like, all right, well, I'm glad we only live 2 streets away because there's no way I'm driving home now. So kids, we might be walking.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna do a little intro. Actually, I'm gonna get another beverage because this one's almost gone, and that way I don't have to get up in the middle.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get some water. Well, refill my cup.
Hey, you want to do a Dynasty Dummy show real quick?
You're right. I'm well stocked.
Oh,
I hate the trade game. Don't tell John that.
I would never tell John anything about you hating the trade game.
The trade game is a challenge. It's really fun. It's really funny when
bad at it.
See, I think one thing people do is they try to nail a value.
Yeah.
I think that's the wrong way to go. I think you just have to like put yourself into like thinking about a league that you're in. And if you were going to acquire this player, what would you offer for him in a fair, like if you're trying to make a trade, this guy might accept this offer right off the bat. He might not smash it, but he might accept it without a counter. Like that's how I've started to try to play the trade game.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to think, okay, that guy's probably like equal to this other player. How can I get, like I just try to formulate like what kind of a trade would I offer for this guy? And I just kind of in my head start thinking about my rosters and stuff.
I just always offer a bag of chips.
Depends on the chips.
Exactly.
Depends on the chips.
You leave out the all that and just give him the bag of chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys by chance have Audacity?
Yes.
I do.
Is there any?
Not.
You do not. Do you have some sort of voice recording program? I'm assuming
that I do. I have
right.
GarageBand.
All right. Can we do a backup just in case?
I can
getting
record the whole thing.
Okay. I'm getting less and less trustworthy of YouTube because oh man, there's that damn buzzing again. Because every time I go to convert the YouTube video, I basically have to find a new YouTube converter online, and it's really annoying.
Did the buzzing come back?
It sure did.
Went away. It went away again.
Well,
yeah, it went away again.
That happened as soon as I opened up GarageBand, so maybe it's coming from that.
Yeah, never mind. Just close it, and we'll just hope for the best on the. Did you have it open before?
Yeah, because we just finished recording.
So there's some sort of interference coming through there. With
I mean, it was fine when we just did our show.
That's weird.
Yeah, but we've had that issue before, though. Occasionally, we also get feedback occasionally when I'm there.
It's still there subtly, Kyle.
All right, and
you might
have gone. I just closed it.
Oh, okay.
You look fantastic, though.
Yeah, it's gone now. I don't hear any of it now. So, All right, then we don't have to do a backup. If we don't have a backup for Kyle, it doesn't matter if we have a backup for any of us. We'll just fly hopeful through the night for all of us. All right. I got to do shirts. I have to do shirts and DLF podcast family at the beginning of the show. We recently added ones are Trade Addicts. If anybody listens to them, that's Dynasty Outhouse.
I do. I listen to most of them, but
trying to think. So
I didn't know y'all added.
as long as we hit a few different ones, I think we will fulfill our request. So I'm gonna go quiet here and then come on in. Welcome back to Dynasty Game Night. I'm all by myself tonight. No Matt Price. I win 2 weeks in a row, and Matt's like, that's it. I'm done with the show. Washing my hands of it. I can't take this anymore. This is unreal if we're going to have two people here that are going to be winning. I don't want to be, competed against at all. So he threw up, held out. He's waiting for that long-term guaranteed contract now that's never going to come. Sorry, Matt. You're going to have to find a new home. Kidding, obviously. Matt's off vacationing or coming back from vacation and recovering and such. So I brought in a whole other podcast crew to play tonight. I get a host, and I get to crown the king of the dummies tonight. We have the Dynasty Dummies. We have Kyle Lebrecht. Kyle, quietly and voice-savingly, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Voice is a little iffy, so I'm gonna keep my talking to as much of a minimum as possible, but I'm okay.
Kyle will only be saying just nothing but correct answers. So when he speaks, be ready. It will be right. We also have right to his left on my screen, we have J-Mike, the dummy blitzer. J-Mike, how are you doing?
Hey, yo, I am feeling fantastic. I've got my Spurs toboggan on, channeling the championship spirit of Tim Duncan. I've got my aromatherapy candle here to help keep my mind right. And last but not least, I'm wearing my Dynasty Game Night t-shirt to pander to the host, if nothing else. So that way, it will hide the fact that I have not studied for this at all. So this will be great. I'm ready.
You cannot study for this. So that is perfect. And right to not last, but certainly not least, we've got Zach Reed, the tacit assassin himself. Zach Reed, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate you introducing my silent partner and then the man with the pipes and then bringing me in last. It's really good to be here. Hopefully we'll have a better showing than last time because you sent us packing with our tail between our legs.
There will be a dummy winner. There will be a dummy in the Tournament of Champions this year. Guarantee. I mean, I guess unless you guys all really bomb. If there's literally no right answers, I guess we have to just ban you all from the show ever again.
This is very possible.
Zach and Kyle got the invite back to redeem themselves, and J-Mike, if they can't, you get to just walk with it. So that's nice. Before we get into a little business and then into the show, Zach, tell us about what you guys have going on over at Dynasty Dummies.
Well, we've got the Dynasty Dummies website, and then we've got two shows on our feed. We've got kind of the original, the Dynasty Dummies podcast, where Kyle and I come at you every week. And now we're really proud to bring you J-Mike with the Dummy Blitz, and he brings you 15 minutes on Tuesday morning that takes you through the entire happenings of the weekend and also poses questions that get you thinking in ways that you may not have otherwise. It's definitely worth a listen.
Yeah, I've been loving the Dummy Blitz. It's a nice little wrap up right at the end. Plus, you get to hear J-Mike. J-Mike, that's not all you do. Give us a quick hit on where else we can hear those lovely pipes as they were referred to.
Absolutely happy to do so. Yeah. So my main man, Gabe Gearing, my co-host over at the podcast, The Open Bar. We have a lot of fun there on Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to check us out live on YouTube, we get into fun, fantasy, and any and everything in between. So lots of fun there. You can find him, of course, on Twitter at FFManBun. And I'll save the rest of my plugs for later after I tuck my tail in sadness after probably terrible showing in these games. So we'll see how it goes.
Don't know, you can probably get a podcast intro from Man Bun or from Zach. That's basically, if you hear a podcast with a jingle at the beginning, or a rap song, whatever you want to call it, it's one of those two most likely. So I mean, they've dominated the market and they are fantastic at them. Zach was kind enough to do our old intro song, which I think you can still hear a lot of times. We put it at the end now because it's still fun. But we went with we did recently upgrade to that a little bit more upbeat. Let's get people ready to go intro song. Before we get into the games, I do have to mention the t-shirts. J Mike, how are those t-shirts? Is it comfy?
It is extra comfy.
Is it everything we advertise it to be? Super duper comfy
and more?
Yes, of course. All right, so right now we are getting low on them, and we're trying to get the rest of them out. Like, we want to be finished with this order so that we can maybe order some more in the future. So they're basically on like a clearance price of $10 if you submit an iTunes review. So if you want a t-shirt from us, submit that iTunes review, screenshot it, send it to me and Matt, and we will get you a shirt out for $10. Matt is on Twitter at Matt Price FF. I am at John Bosch FF, and the show handle is at DGN Pod. Any of those will work, and for $10, you're going to get an awesome, comfortable fantasy football t-shirt with that great logo. All right, one more piece of business before we get to have the games begin. Let the games begin.
The anticipation is killing me right now.
I know. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this show for, well, like a whole day because I prepped it yesterday. So I've been waiting to go. But before we get into that, I do also want to thank the DLF family of podcasts, which we are now a part of. Do you guys listen to any of the DLF podcast family members? Anybody got a favorite one out there?
Of course. I'm not going to be original because I like the mothership, man. I'm down, Dan, Matt, and Ryan. Every week I'm listening to them. And I like the little crossover the last week where Matt brought in Apex Predator.
Yeah,
that was pretty solid.
Played a DGN game on DLF flagship. That was fun. Kyle, what about you? You got one that you listen to on there?
My favorite one from the group has to be Commission Impossible. Being a commissioner myself, it is just amazing to listen to Scott and Ryan break down all those things that we run into as commissioners and different ways to handle it. And it's just such a great show.
Totally agree. I love the DLF flagship podcast. Commission Impossible is one that, like, when it comes out, like, I can't wait to listen to it. Like, I'm excited to listen about commissioning, which tells you that I'm a little bit different. And that means that if you share that same little difference, that's a podcast. J Mike, what about you? You got any that you like on that network?
Being a man who's primarily in Superflex leagues, I've got to shout out the Superflex Super Show. Travis, James, John, they bring it every week. They're a lot of fun. I enjoy those guys a ton. So that's one of my faves. Excellent.
So as for me, I like to listen to DGN, no, just kidding. I like them all. I mean, it's a great network. It's awesome that they've put it together so that we can hear so many great podcasts on that one feed. If you're listening to Dynasty Game Night on our own individual feed, go out and search out the DLF family of podcasts feed. There are some great podcasts on there, some that maybe you've never heard, and you will cover all of your bases: trading, commissioning, like we talked about, player evaluation, IDP, everything. It's all on there. Everything that you need to improve your Dynasty game. Dynasty games.
I think it's safe to assume that our first choice was DGN across the board. We had
let's face
someone
it,
else, of course.
That's like number one on the list of podcasts. Matt and I are very well aware that this is our retirement plan, and like we've only got like 3 more episodes to record before we can just tell our bosses we're done with everything. Yeah, obviously, no, I appreciate that, Kyle. All right, let's get into those Dynasty games. We've got 3 games for everybody tonight. We've got the name game, of course. Kyle is super excited. We've got ADP bullshit. That'll also be played. And then we have the trade game. So these are like 3 of our staple games. You guys should be totally prepared to crush these games. I'm expecting high results tonight. J Mike's the newbie. J Mike, you get to pick the first game. Which one do you want to play first?
Let's play. You know what? Let's just get it out of the way. Name game.
Game. All right, we're starting off fun here. So for those that are new, welcome. The way that we play this is I'm going to give a clue. It's going to combine 2 names of people associated with fantasy football. and they'll be mashed up together. If you buzz in with your name, you get it on the first clue, you get 2 points. If nobody can get it, I will provide a clue. And if somebody can buzz in and get it then, they get 1 point. Everybody ready and understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
We will play to, or actually we'll just continue to play all the way through because it's not, sorry, hold on. I'm going to redo that. Or I'm just going to cut that actually because we don't play to like first to 3 or something anymore on this game. Forgot that. All right. Clue number 1. Does everybody have pen and paper ready to go? Because you will want to write some things down.
Ready.
We have, if I say the NFL affiliation first, that'll be the first part of the name, and then the second part will be the second part. I will tell you the theme. Tonight we are combining with fantasy football analysts from across the fantasy football industry.
Wow.
So our first clue off the bat. Come on, you fucks, trademarker and AFC East running back.
Zach.
Go ahead, Zach.
Dynasty Frank Gore.
That is it. Zach on the board with 2 points. It's just that easy, guys.
Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah. That one's fun because you get to squeeze Dynasty Frank into a clue. That's just a blast. Just a blast.
I mean, of course, everyone had Frank right off the bat. It was, all right, who's in the AFC East? Who thinks of Frank Gore in the AFC East?
Yep. Only Zach. Only Zach.
He'll be there for like 10 more years.
Probably.
So. All right. Clue number 2. NFC South wide receiver and fantasy feaster.
John.
Go ahead, J. Mike.
All right. I'm going to go Mike Evans Silva.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Although it's not separated. You got to squeeze that boy.
I'm sorry. Mike Evans Silva.
There you go. That one I liked a lot because like I got to use the entire last name, and then that one struck me as fun when it came together. 2 points for J. Mike. Well done.
Hey, where's
All right,
Kyle?
Number 3.
I will lose this game.
Kyle is saving his voice. We have NFC West bell cow running back and Janice Truthing Swolecaster. And I put that bell cow in quotation marks for Nathan Powell.
Oh, man. J. Mike.
Kyle, did you buzz in there before him? You said something.
No, I asked for it again. But
okay.
Go ahead, J. Mike. If you have it.
J. Mike. I'm gonna go. Golly, this might be a stretch. I'm gonna go Mike Davis, Maddock.
That's not a stretch at all.
That's
it is
the
dead
one.
on right.
Hey,
Mike Davis, Maddock. 2 more points for J. Mike.
What's up?
Mike Davis, bell cow.
I was like, what bell cow? Wait a second.
That was that's a fun little reference to a bet that Nathan Powell made and then probably for the good of all humanity did not follow through on. If you want more on information on that, go and look for the Dynasty Trade Cast on the RotoViz network. All right, we have former NFL draft talking crossroader and AFC East running back. Former NFL draft talking crossroader and AFC East running back.
Zach.
Go for it, Zach.
Jake Andersoni Michelle.
Nailed it. Nailed it. That actually took longer than I thought it would take.
I was struggling.
Zach cannot get over the NFL draft talker being
Bring back the NFL
handle.
draft talker.
Jake Anderson.
Right.
That was the part. That was the easy part. I was like, who in the world is Anderson? Like, what is Bill doing?
I was right there with you, Jim. Like, who Anderson? Who?
I forgot. This is a John Bosch game, so it starts to get quirky.
Kyle doesn't know any of those people on that team up in the Northeast, so that's okay. He was at a major disadvantage on that clue. All right, on to the next clue. We have fantasy footballer and NFC East running back. Fantasy footballer, one of the fantasy footballers, and NFC East running back.
Oh my gosh. Why am I struggling so bad right now?
I'm actually drawing a blank on all three of their names right now.
That's not the part. Oh no, come on.
Do we want a clue?
I'm probably gonna have to have one. I can't get there.
Right. Zach, Kyle, clue?
Yeah, bring us a clue.
Yeah.
New York Giants. Do we have a stumper?
What?
I don't think we've had a name game clue not answered in a while. Maybe we have. I don't know. But feels like we've been getting them.
You did bring on the dummies.
True story.
New York Giants running back.
Correct. New York Giants running back. And the first part of the clue is fantasy footballer.
How can I? Man, this is crazy.
Can you just give us the name of the fantasy footballer?
Well, if we're gonna put this at 0, J Mike, give us the fantasy footballer names and see if you guys can piece this together.
All right, I've got Mike Wright, Andy Holloway, and Jason Moore.
All right, so J Mike's got one of those is the correct first part.
Man, oh my gosh.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Andy,
go ahead, Kyle. Wait, hold on. For an imaginary point, after J Mike assist, Kyle, let's get on the imaginary board. What do you got?
Andy Holloway Gallman.
All right, I got that little italicized I next to a 1 for Kyle. He's got an imaginary. Way to go.
I know.
I can't get out of the box. I can't get outside of the box.
I know
they
their first
do have
names.
more than just Saquon Barkley, shockingly.
I
There's
know
more
their
running
first.
backs on
I
that
know
team.
the footballers' first names. I don't know their last names.
Oh, it's the Spitballers. It's the
Yes.
Spitballers.
Even better. I should have put Spitballer and NFC East running back. That show's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
All right, on to the next one, which I got to say, this next one was the impetus to this category because when I realized that I could combine these two names together, I laughed a little bit while I was at work and listening to this particular podcast and realizing, oh my gosh, I can do a name game out of that. So we have Fantasy Pro and volume defying AFC South tight end. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my La Chouffe Blonde. La Chouffe, if you're interested in sponsoring Dynasty Game Night, feel free to reach out to me at John Bosch FF. I will work for beer.
All right, Kyle.
Go right ahead, Kyle. What do you got?
Mike Taglieric Ebron.
That is correct. Mike Taglieric Ebron. And Mike hates Eric Ebron. It was awesome when I realized I could put those names together. All right, we will move on to the next one. We have DFS edge-giving father of Jerry and AFC North quarterback.
I can't remember his last name. Oh my goodness.
That's a shame.
That is. What's his name?
DFS edge giving.
J Mike.
Go, J Mike.
Adam Levitandy Dalton.
That is it. Adam Levitandy Dalton. J Mike coming out strong. Score update. J Mike 6, Zach 4, Kyle 2, plus imaginary 1.
Kyle scored.
All right.
Oh man.
He's got real points and imaginary. He's on the board.
Hey,
all right,
don't take that away from me, J Mike. Don't take that away from me.
Next clue. 06010 Shanahan hater and NFC East running back. I love watching
Kyle.
everybody write. Say your name again there, Kyle, so I can edit that.
Kyle,
Go right ahead, Kyle.
this is a stretch. Matthew Berry, Ezekiel Elliott.
Not a stretch at all. That's actually exactly how the game is played, Kyle.
Oh, man.
You nailed it. Not a stretch at all. Ooh, this is a tight one. We've got 6-4 now. J-Mike in the lead by 2.
Oh.
All right, on to the next one. NFC South quarterback and blueprinting commish of the impossible.
Kyle,
Oh, my
Kyle, he's on
gosh.
fire now. Let's go.
Matt Ryan McDowell.
Nailed it. If you would have gotten the commission impossible clue wrong, you may have been banned.
It took me longer to think about the quarterback.
Nice. All right, on to the next one. Devi reporter and AFC South running back.
You say AFC South running back?
I did. Devi reporter and AFC South running back.
Oh, J Mike.
Go right ahead, J Mike.
I might screw up the analyst. I hope I don't. I'm going Nick Way Leonard Fournette.
That is it. J Mike just wins the game right there.
Hey,
We've got another
Crushed it.
clue, so we'll do it for fun because it's one of my favorite clues that we have for tonight. But J Mike is getting the point for this game. He's got 8 points. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry.
8 points.
Kyle could come up with a tie. Oh, yes, Kyle could
Oh, yeah,
tie
right.
if he gets it on the very first one. All right, I'm going to restart that. All right, we've got one more clue. I do have a tie break if for some reason Kyle ties the game up on the last clue here. So J Mike has 8, Kyle has 6, Zach has 4. Zach can still buzz in just to ruin Kyle's night and prevent
Oh, it'll
him.
happen.
You know that way he can do that waiver wire pickup in week 14 when he's not even in the playoff picture anymore, just to block the playoff contenders, just to have fun. All right, we've got Lib owning LTSer and former wide receiver of many teams, most recently AFC Eastbound.
What was the NFL the NFL player again?
Former wide receiver of many teams, most recently an AFC East team.
And how about the first part of that clue again?
Lib owning LTSer. I'm going to read the whole thing again so that when I edit, it'll make my life easier. Final clue. Lib owning LTSer and former wide receiver of many teams, most recently AFC East.
Okay. Hang in there.
This could be a poetic license one, depending on how the pronunciation key. Do we want a clue?
I need the clue.
No, we don't want the clue.
Oh.
Definitely
Kyle,
need the clue.
Kyle's
Kyle, J Mike's like, yes,
Clue,
lock
please.
it down.
Yes.
I win. Kyle, do you have an answer?
I don't. Go ahead with the clue.
All right. Recently cut from the Buffalo Bills.
I already know who that is.
Couldn't even make the Bills.
I can't think of who the analyst is.
Who did they just cut? That's the part I know. I think
we're put
Lib
two dummies
owning
Okay,
LTSer.
All right.
Let's put the dummies together because the game is over. Go for
if
it.
J Mike and I get
Well,
this
well,
together.
Kyle, I got the first part. You ready?
Collaborate, boys.
Denny Carter.
Carter, Tyrell Pryor.
no.
It's not Tyrell.
Denny Carter Pryor.
There you go. It's not Tyrell Pryor.
Denny
Terrell Pryor or Terrell Pryor.
Oh, get out of here with that.
You said Tyrell. It's totally not Tyrell. That guy plays last name Williams and plays across the country.
Facts.
All right. Yes, Denny Carterell Pryor. I can't even say it.
Exactly.
Denny Carterell Pryor. All right, J Mike, welcome to Dynasty Game Night, where you get to dominate Zach and Kyle. It's a fun place to be, isn't it?
I need a trumpet or something. Can we? I don't know what kind of budget you have here with producing, but some sort of triumphant trumpet right here. I need that.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I did call before we even started that J Mike will win this entire thing, so it's just fitting.
I tell you what, J Mike, when I do the promo for the Tournament of Champions, there will be a trumpet announcing your presence.
Nice.
Look, I'm just
J Mike gets a trumpet with his.
I'm just really happy that I didn't goose the whole game. Like that in itself is a win for me. I don't have to win anything else. This is great. I'm in a good place right now.
I'll tell you what, that was a strong showing across the board for everybody in the name game.
I lost to Kyle. That wasn't a strong showing.
That right there is the most true part. He should have run circles around me in that game.
Oh, and the worst part is I had every single one of them written down, and I just didn't get there in time.
The mental the mental edge now that Kyle has over Zach in Zach's game. Yeah, I mean this is what DGN's for. This is
I'm
it.
shook. I'm shook, J Mike. I don't know.
You better get it together.
Let's take that tilting on over to the ADP bullshit game. So, for those that are new, again, welcome. In this game, I am going to give them a position and a range of ADP, and then they will bid to say how many of those players they can name without looking at any resources. So everybody shut your DLF ADP down right now. We will start with J Mike because he won the game.
Right, texting my wife. My apologies.
You'd have to be really fast to go through and actually be looking up stuff, I think. And then after J Mike, we'll swing over to Kyle since he got second place in the last game. And then Zach will have to pull up the rear because that's what he did in the name game. All right, J Mike, are you ready?
Let's do it.
There are 9 wide receivers, and we are using November DLF ADP, most recently released ADP. 9 receivers that come in from a range of 14 to 27. How many of those can you name, J Mike?
14 to 27.
14 to 27, and 9 of them are receivers. How many of those receivers can you name?
14 to 27. 14.
Oh, I will give markers in this. I will not be as rude as Matt Price was to me. I will give you the marker that Tyreek Hill came in at an ADP of 11.
Well, we'll cross him off.
I can probably name. I think I can probably name 4 after Tyreek Hill.
Starting out with 4. Kyle, do you want to raise that bid, or do you want to see if J Mike can get 4?
J Mike, why did you have to start so high?
Look, this is my first time here. I'm just throwing out craziness. I don't know.
This is the top of the wide receiver order. I think we should be able to get more than 4. It feels like. Oh, Kyle, now I'm just challenging you.
Yeah, I'll say 5.
And Zach's cheering because now he can't wait to call bullshit on you.
I'm sorry. I played this game with Kyle before. That is bullshit.
All right, Kyle, you got to get 5 wide receivers. Tyreek Hill is number 11. 9 receivers from 14 to 27. Fire away.
Oh, God. Allen Robinson.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, that is incorrect. Allen Robinson comes in. Well, I'm not going to tell you that, but I can tell you that he's
got to be lower, right?
He is not within the range, is what I will say.
He's got to be lower. There's no way he's higher than Tyreek Hill.
So Zach gets a point. Zach gets 1 point off the bat. Oh, we are using the scoring system. I should mention if you get called out and you complete the task, you get 2 points. If you call out somebody and they do not complete the task, you get 1 point.
I like that.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Timeout. Your mic keeps getting muffled for some reason.
I'm sorry.
No, I just figured you'd want to know for.
Yeah, I moved away. I was shifting over, going over here. I got to sit still. That's my problem.
I thought you were just messing with Kyle because that's what he was doing a couple weeks ago.
How much of my answer came through there?
It all came through. It just kind of is doing a little of this. So you keep sounding like you like.
All right, I'll sit more stationary.
It almost sounded like you were like you went from talking normal to sounding muffled or something like this. It was
Hopefully, it was just my moving. So, is it fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll stay stationary. Sit like a statue. All right. Zach is on the board and in the lead with 1 point. That means he gets to go first this time. And Kyle will again go second. And J Mike will go third this time. Zach, we're going to stick with wide receivers again. The range of 50 to 60 has 9 wide receivers in it. 50 to 60.
Wow.
That's what you call a wide receiver run. So how many can you name, Zach, of those 9 receivers within 50 to 60 ADP?
2?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold up. The marker. I should give the marker. The marker is Doug Baldwin at number 47. Does that change your bid of 2?
No, 2.
All right, 2. Kyle, can you do 3, or would you like to let him go easily for it at 2?
Zach doesn't know ADP, so I am gonna call this on him.
All right, a chance for 2 points for just getting 2 names, Zach. 2 receivers out of 9 from ADP 50 to 60.
Oh boy.
Doug Baldwin, number 47.
I'm gonna try Nelson Aguilar.
Man, I'm really gonna have to get a wah 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 sound effect for this game, I think, because Nelson Aguilar is not in there.
Ooh.
So by Kyle, a point for him.
Is Golden Tate in there? Because I'm gonna be really mad if he is. That was my
We could talk about a whole lot of people in a little bit, but for now, we're gonna move on to the next set of wide receivers. And this set of wide receivers comes in from 86 to 102.
Oh, this is
Kyle
gross.
gets to go first this time. So 86 to 102, 9 wide receivers, Kyle. Nelson Aguilar is the marker at number 83. So you were just a bit outside.
Yeah.
Kyle, how many can you name?
I'm gonna say 1.
1. All right, he's going for it all. If I get 1 right, I'm in. J Mike, we'll go over to you since you haven't gotten a challenge or bid in a while. Can you rate that bid?
Can we go back to something real quick? The range was 86 to what?
The range is 86 to 102 overall ADP. The marker is 83 Nelson Aguilar, who did not fall in that 50 to 60 range. Stop.
I got 3 off the top of my head. I feel okay about.
So is 3 your final answer?
Let's go 4 and get crazy.
Ooh, going 4. Zach is ready to call bullshit. I can see it.
I don't believe you.
J Mike, you should have stayed at 3.
You should have stayed at 3. Got guts. Right. Now you get to cost yourself. All right, J Mike, for 2 points and lead in the game. 4 wide receivers between 86 and 102.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You have not been very informative on this game, guys. If we could get some answers right.
Okay, so the first guy that came to my mind immediately was Sterling Shepard.
He is in there, number 86. Well done. You got 1. That's always helpful.
Okay. Another guy I'm coming up your all's way, fellas. Julian Edelman.
Oh, 107.
Oh, come on.
Just outside the range. Another point.
Come on.
Wow. All right. So we have extinguished the wide receivers that I had planned to do. I thought we'd get a little more information, and that game would last more than 2 minutes. So let's go back to the beginning. I do have 1 more category. We will go 1 more time, and then I do have a tiebreak if we need it. But for now, let's see if we can go back to the wide receivers. Tyreek Hill came in at 11. You guys want to throw out some names, rapid fire style, of the next 9, and I will tell you yes or no?
Keenan Allen.
On there.
Brandon
Number
Cooks.
15. Brandon Cooks on there, number 27.
Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen on there, 24. If Thielen's on there, who else has to be right next to him?
Stefon
Diggs
Diggs.
has got to be there.
On Diggs, number 21.
Oh, you know who? You know who's probably on there? Antonio Brown. He can't be that high, right?
I believe Antonio Brown came in above all of
Okay.
them.
I figured Tyreek would have taken him by now.
Antonio Brown came in at 9th. So
then
just-
Julio's got to be there.
Yep.
Julio is on there. He is number 16.
How
That
about
is
Mike Evans?
insane.
Mike
That is
Evans is not in that range.
That
He
is also
came
insane.
in, let's see.
And Landry's got to be out of there by now.
Yep.
Why do I not have
Because
Mike Evans? Oh, there he is.
just-
Mike Evans came in at 10, so he was just a hair above Tyreek, which made me surprised. Who did you say, Zach?
I said Landry's got to be out of there by now because everyone is
Landry
looking for an
still
excuse
in
to eat him.
there. Came in at number 25. I agree with you. He deserves to be out of there. But
Oh,
that's fine. Everybody else can keep taking him up that high. This is not going to turn into a Zach Love Fest of Landry and Jonathan. We've done that show, I think, before somewhere else. So in that tier, we also had anybody else got any guesses?
Juju.
Juju's in there. Yep. Man, you guys are firing these off like so nicely now.
We all got the wrong question.
It's amazing when there's no pressure on.
If I say that I was thinking of wide receivers 14 to 27, and that's where Allen Robinson came from, that makes it better, right?
Correct. So Allen Robinson, he did come in close as number 34, so he just missed the list. If that makes you feel better.
is
If you want
Watkins
to-
in there?
I can give you another one. Nope, Sammy is not in there.
Ah.
The other ones in that range were Devontae Adams at number 14 and AJ Green at 26. I believe we nailed everybody there. We'll slide down to that super tight range that Zach got none of. 9 receivers, 50 to 60. Nelson Aguilar was not in there at 83. Doug Baldwin was right before, and DJ Moore was right after at 62. You guys want to throw some names that might be in between those two?
One that has to be in there has got to be Will Fuller. People love him.
No, sir. Will Fuller was closer to the top of the range because people love him for some reason.
How about
Is-
Golden Tate?
Golden Tate's in there. Nailed it.
Is
53.
Josh Gordon in that area?
Josh Gordon, 58.
That's good.
Mm.
I'm out at this point.
Anybody got any other guesses? If not, I'll just throw them all out.
Yeah, that's a tough range.
All right. So if any names ring bells of other names, let me know. So we also have Calvin Ridley, Alshon Jeffrey,
Really?
Mike Williams, Robert Woods, Chris Godwin, Marvin Jones, and of course, if Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore are there, who
Devin
else?
Funches.
No,
I don't know, my boy Cortland Sutton.
Portland Sutton falls in that range too. So on to the final wide receiver tier that we covered, 86 to 102, 9 receivers. Nelson Aguilar was the marker at 83, and I think J. Mike did. Or
J. Mike got Sterling Shepard.
I got Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard. Yep.
And
so
then-
anybody?
What about
guess?
Devontae Parker? Is he still hanging around?
Dear God, no. I think he's like 87,000.
People love him, man.
Yeah.
That's the wrong choice. Anybody got any other names they want to toss out? There's another Miami receiver in here.
Oh, Kenny Stills is there?
Albert Wilson?
Kenny Stills at 97.
Wow. What about Kelvin Benjamin? Is he down below there now?
He doesn't come in right there. He doesn't come in that range. So
What about Robbie Anderson?
let's see where Kelvin Benjamin was. Kelvin Benjamin came in at 175.
So I was close. I was within 100.
Yeah, you were real close there. Remember that when we get to the trade values game. So you said Robbie Anderson, also not there. I'll just run through them. You guys can keep shouting names if you got any. But James Washington, Marquise Goodwin, Antonio Callaway, John Brown, Quincy Anunwa, Geronimo Allison, and Jamison Crowder make up that tier.
So John Brown is a steal, is what you're trying to tell me.
John Brown is a steal. Like I love that for him. And truthfully, if Geronimo hadn't gotten hurt, I think he'd be higher. I think he was probably already injured when this was taken. I'm thinking because I think he'd get a bump too. But he's been replaced by MVS now. All right, score update. Zach has 2. Kyle has 1. Let me tell you guys, the max score so far could have been 6. Total score is 3. A lot riding on this final category.
Is there any reason why you didn't tell my score? Because I thought I scored by now. No.
I feel I gave just enough of your score. 0. You did win the name game. Does that make you feel better? You won the name game.
You can't take that away from me.
It'll never be taken away. All right. Final category of ADP bullshit. And since Zach is in the lead, Zach gets to lead the charge. We're going quarterbacks because let's face it, they're fun. This is single QB ADP, but still, they kind of still come out the same way in Superflex, which is more fun, people. 9 quarterbacks, range of 155 to 176. Sorry, Kyle, for all these Superflex love. The Drew Brees comes in at 143. Zach, how many can you name of those 9 from 155 to 176?
2.
All right. Kyle, you're going to be the first challenger since you have a point.
John, I know you're going to hate this because
totally
this isn't good for your show,
No,
but
all right.
I'm going to call bullshit because I still don't think that Zach can name these, and I need that point.
This is it. If he does, he wins the game. If not, you two go head to head in a tiebreaker to win the game. All right, Zach, here you got. Drew Brees comes in at 143. There are 9 between 155 and 176. Fire away.
How about Phillip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers, 166, right in the middle of that range.
All right, and I think everybody's wrong on this, but how about Derek Carr?
Wah,
Oh,
I think people hate Derek Carr right now.
then they're right.
He comes in at 200, just slightly above Josh Allen, which I don't care if you hate Derek Carr or not. He does not deserve to be taken closer to
Just a
this
bit
tier.
outside.
So that leaves us with a tie, which means we're going to have tight ends break this. Yuck. All right, so I'll give you that. Does anybody want to throw out names? Kyle, J. Mike, anybody want to guess?
Stafford's probably in there, right?
range?
Stafford
Stafford is not, I believe, above that range.
I had
Oh,
Jimmy.
wow.
I had Jimmy G in that range.
Jimmy G at 155.
How about Roethlisberger?
I think he's above that range as well.
Huh.
Remember, we're in season, so people like quarterbacks that are scoring points right now.
Oh, Brady.
Actually, let me check. Hold on. Roethlisberger may have fallen. Roethlisberger actually fell out of the range. He's at 185. Stafford came in at 117. Brady is in the range.
What about Mariota?
Mariota is in the range, 158.
I needed
Brady
this
was right
question.
there. Anybody else? Lamar comes in at 156. The Truth Biscuit comes in at 169. Dak comes in at 170. And then a couple of rookies come in at 172 and 176. Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
needed that question.
J Mike's going to be out of this game. So that means we are moving to the tiebreaker for ADP bullshit. Zach versus Kyle head to head. Zach, you're going to get to be the challenger in this one since you went first on the last one. We're going tight ends, guys. Super gross. Get ready because just wait till you hear this range. This made me laugh. So the range is 12 tight ends from pick 28 to pick 128. 12 tight ends from 28 to 100 picks later at 128. All right. Kyle, how many can you name?
I just want to throw this out from the grave. I need you guys to crush this. I really do.
Good luck.
No, I can't say it. 12 tight ends. Oh, your marker is Eric Ebron at 133. That should be super helpful in figuring out 12 tight ends.
There's just not many guys who are actually going to matter at this point.
Not many that should, honest to God, be drafted.
I'm
Not 100. They do what, 240 picks on these? So this is like half the draft. And 12 tight ends got taken.
I'm going to start with 3.
All right, 3. Zach, to you. You want to up it, or do you want to call it on him?
Yeah, I'll go 4.
All right, back to you, Kyle.
You're gonna edit out all this dead air, right?
Nope. It's all
Perfect.
only when it's you. Yes, I take.
Perfect.
If you haven't listened, it sounds like I ask questions and people answer immediately. I try not to give more than like a second of dead air because I hate when there's dead air. I always look at my phone and I'm like, oh crap! Why did the podcast app close? And then it's not. All right, so go on, Kyle. Zach's bid is at 4. Kyle, can you go above that, or are you calling him out?
I'll go 5.
All right, 5. Back to you, Zach. You can bid in increments more than 1. FYI.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'll go 6. I'll go out on the limb here.
All right, back to you, Kyle.
All right, go ahead and do it, Zach. Let's see.
All
You're the tight end guy. Let's see if you can pull this off.
For the game, Zach.
All right.
6 of 12 tight ends between 28 and 128. Eric Ebron is the marker.
David Njoku.
That's 1.
OJ Howard.
2.
Burton.
3.
Kyle Rudolph.
4.
Evan Engram.
5.
Don't you screw this up, Zach.
Now it comes down to this. I'm going to say Gronk because I think he's dropped lower than 28.
Keep going. How many more can you name? That's 6.
Jimmy Graham.
Not on there. Good
6, but that's a win.
Gronk came in at 29.
How about
Let me just tell
Kittle?
you, Kittle also on there.
Ooh.
That was the other guy I had.
Top 12 tight ends. These are the first 12 tight ends taken in the November ADP. So somebody, if you're in a 12-team league, somebody is taking their first tight end at 128. And that's how bad tight end is. The tight end 1 tier, to be a tight end 1, a starter, you're looking at pick 128. You got any more? Anybody want to throw more out? Kittle was on there.
Are you saying Kelsey's in there?
Kelsey is number 28.
That's crazy.
Okay, so then Ertz, of course.
Ertz 42, which I'm shocked by that. I can't wait to see December because I do want to see the Gronk fall. It's going to be a big fall, I think, unless he comes back and he's got like one chance to have a good game, but I think it's going to be a major fall. Anybody got others?
You said David Njoku, right?
I did.
On there, yep. We also have Hunter Henry, not even playing right now and coming in as a tight end 1.
Wow.
We have Jordan Reed, who I know he's technically playing, but I don't know that he's gotten a target in a year.
I wrote him down and then crossed him out.
That's pretty much what you should do if you're planning dynasty tight end right now. Write him down, then just cross him out. And Dallas Goedert comes in at 128. So that is your tight end tier. That's just, I was fascinated to see that you could wait 100 picks and technically still get like your starting tight end. Now, granted, there's a huge difference between Travis Kelce and Dallas Goedert, but just that span of picks was amazing to me.
But there's not that big a difference between him and Ebron right now.
Oh, good Lord. Ebron. I have Ebron on teams, and every time he scores like 8 touchdowns on 4 targets, somehow it happens, and I'm just like, yes, that's the right move. And every part of my body says, that's not going to last. That's not going to last. When weeks 14, 15, and 16 come along, and it counts, I'm going to be staring at that bagel in my starting lineup, and I'm just going to be like, son of a bitch.
No, he's the new Dante Moncrief. That's what he is. It's the position he's playing. It's beautiful.
I know I should sell every share that I have, but unfortunately he keeps scoring points for me in my starting lineups. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to ride it like everybody else, and it'll probably come crashing down. All right. We have one last game, and wow, we are really running late. I need to tell,
which is weird because we haven't actually answered any questions, really.
I just told him 10:30, so we got 20 minutes to play the trade game here. Let's see. And
what do you got? Wall Street after this?
Yeah, I have Wall Street after this. And if Kyle wins, then we have to do a quick tiebreaker, Joe.
Don't worry, I won't.
All right, we're going to move on to the final game. We've got Zach with 1 game 1, J Mike with 1 game 1, and Kyle with an imaginary point in a game.
I'd just like to say that I was in contention on both of those.
Yeah, that's true. True.
You know what? You really were. And there have been plenty of times where I have played this game and I'm like, good Lord, one question in each game and the outcome would have been totally different for me.
Exactly.
It's all about moral victories, Kyle. Just keep telling yourself that for sure. So our final game is going to be the trade game. We are going to use Dynasty Trade Calculator for this. In this game, I will provide you guys with 2 names. You will get to offer me a 2-for-1 trade, which means you'll give me 2 players for just one of those players, or a 2-for-1 trade the other way, meaning you'll give me 1 player for the 2 players together. Everybody understand? We do use 12-team PPR, non-superflex, unless otherwise stated. Everybody good?
Sounds good.
I'm ready.
All right, Zach, you get to lead us off as the winner of the last game. We're going to start off with a couple of Detroit wide receivers. Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones. What do you want to offer, and who do you want to go for?
All right. I will offer you Matt Breida.
Who are you going for? I'm sorry. Who are you going for?
Galladay. I'm gonna go for Galladay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer you Matt Breida and Golden Tate.
Ooh, the old Detroit wide receiver. All right, J Mike, who are you going to go for, and what are you going to offer?
I'm going after Galladay. And I'm going to offer 1 James White. And I'm going to go James White and I'm trying to remember the range from the game earlier. Who's worth it? I'll go James White and I'll go Allen Robinson.
Okay, and Kyle, who are you going to go for, and what are you going to offer?
This is probably not going to work out in my favor, but I'm going to go for Marvin Jones, sorry. And I'm going to offer Josh Gordon and Samaje Perine. This is intentional.
No, I get what you're doing. I like that strategy. So you're going for Marvin Jones, all right? And you offered, let's see here. Now this is the
suspense. Oh my gosh.
This is where I edit myself out because it takes me forever to put all this stuff in.
Do you want me to look them up for you? I mean, I'll help you out.
I figured out how to start doing this pretty quickly. I programmed the Google Sheet in advance and everything to do all the math for me, and it started to make it quite nice. So, all right. So you guys said Galladay 24. I always forget to make it so that it subtracts automatically. I keep forgetting to do that when I do this here. 11 point.
I didn't even come close.
Actually, I think you might have won.
Yeah. Perfect.
Let me do some math here. I don't know why I didn't program the sheet to do this. Damn it, John.
Do you want to just do like 3 of these in the interest of time?
I might. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I won't be offended.
Actually, you guys are all pretty close here. Like within the same
He's trying to say we suck equally bad, but
Exactly.
but not say that.
That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, you're all within a relatively similar range. So, oh my God, my wife turned on as soon as I came down here. She fucking turned the heater on, and the goddamn thing has not turned off the entire time. And now I'm like starting to sweat in my basement, which I don't even have a vent down here. Like I do, but it's closed.
John, we need to switch because I have to turn the heat off when we record, so it's fucking freezing here.
I'm in my basement. It is freezing right now.
I mean, I typically turn the heat off like anytime I'm here by myself. I'm gonna have to walk up before Wall Street comes on. I'm sure she turned it up, cranked it up, and then went to bed. That's the best part. I'm burning up, man. Oh my God, we have a tie. Can that be right?
Is that 1 point each?
That would be half a point each, but yeah.
What?
Let me make sure that this is.
Am I involved in the tie?
Yes.
Nice.
I want a full point.
Hold on, I may have done that wrong. You went for Galladay. Hold on.
No, I went for Marvin.
No. Zach, I'm sorry. I was talking
Okay.
to Zach. I didn't announce who I was talking to. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Sorry. You went for Galladay. Okay. All right. So we have Zach going for Galladay, who comes in at 24.8. He offered Breda and Tate, which comes in at 19.8, a difference of 5 points. J. Mike also went for Galladay, offered James White and Allen Robinson, comes in at 31.1, a difference of 6.3, so slightly different and a little bit off. And Kyle went the other way and went for Marvin Jones and tried to attack a wide receiver that's real close to the same range, and then nothing running back who would have a 0. He had Josh Gordon coming in at 15.8. Marvin Jones was 11.8. Samaje 1.6 for a difference of 5.6, and 1 point for Kyle. No, I'm sorry, for Zach.
Yeah.
Did you just have your Steve Harvey Miss America moment? This is awesome.
Can't tell
You just put me through such an emotional roller coaster there.
can't tell the difference between my 6s and my 5s when I handwrite. That's all right, I'm going to read that. So 1 point for Zach, which means Zach will get to go first on our next question. And I can still use it because I did not say Allen Robinson's value. So we have Allen Robinson and Will Fuller in game 2. We're only going to play this 1 to 3. Whoever gets the 3 points first will win this game. Zach, Allen Robinson, Will Fuller. Where do you want to go and what do you want to offer?
All right. I'm going to go after Allen Robinson. And I'm going to offer you OJ Howard and Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar is on your mind tonight.
He is.
I like it. All right, Kyle, since you were so close, we're going to go ahead and let you go next.
I am going to go for both, and I'm going to offer Stephon Diggs.
Okay, so you're going for both and offering Stephon Diggs. Jay Mike, that leaves you. What do you want to offer?
I was sitting here trying to do some quick math. See, you said I was at like 30-something with Allen Robinson. So I'm going back to the Allen Robinson well. I'm going James White. Can I use him again?
So you're offering for Allen Robinson?
I'm offering for Allen Robinson. I'm going to use 2 players to get to Allen Robinson.
Sure. I didn't give a value, so I see no
Yes.
shame.
All right. All right. So I'm going to go James White, going back to the well. And I'm going to go with Tevin Coleman. They've got to be close. They've got to be close.
I will say Tevin and James White are very close to each other.
Yeah, I figured from a value perspective, they've got to be in the neighborhood.
Oh, wow. You guys are good at this. All right. I'm going to have to do math again, people.
Mathing.
This is why we've said like a million times, we need to have like a producer on here who like does all this stuff like off.
I've considered throwing
just,
I've considered throwing my hat in the ring, but I can't commit to it.
Like help us keep up. It would be really awesome. All comes out in the end, so it doesn't matter. Like, wow, look at you guys. Start Howard and Nelson Aguilar, which comes in at a combination of 18. He was going for Allen Robinson, who comes in at 22. And so he's off by 4. J-Mike offered James White, who we can now announce at 9.1 and stop using him, and Tevin Coleman, 9.5, total of 18.6. So just slightly closer than Zach's bid for Allen Robinson, but Kyle crushed it. Kyle crushed it. Going for the pair of Allen Robinson and Fuller comes in at 31.3. Stephon Diggs, 32.4 for only a difference of 1.1.
Killed it. Way to go.
So Kyle gets a point, which means he gets the lead off our next one of DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton. Which rookie receiver do you want to go for, or do you want to go for both of them, Kyle? I can't see you guys. Is Kyle thinking?
Yeah. Sorry.
I take the video off my screen so I can try and do this as fast as possible when I'm doing both.
You need the multi-monitor setup. Oh. All right, I'm gonna pull a similar strategy to earlier in this game.
It worked so well the first time.
Well, no, not this one. I'm gonna go for Sutton with. I'm rethinking the player I was just going to use there. I don't like it anymore.
Trust the process.
I don't think he's fallen off enough based off of our earlier ADP conversation.
Yeah, Nathan Peterman's probably a 0. He's probably not. I'm sure you were talking Nathan Peterman Superflex on the dummies.
Of course we were.
Man, that's crazy.
Sorry, John. I'll reset that up. Shit.
Yeah,
that's much better.
I'm not going to cut that. So start at the very beginning where you.
Yeah. I will. All right. I'm going to try a similar strategy to earlier. And I'm going to go for Sutton with Landry and Elijah Hood.
I wonder if he's even in the calculator.
He was in there a couple months ago.
What a sneaky turd you are.
He is in there. So well done on that. All right. Let's go over to Zach since he has a point. We'll let him go next.
All right, I'm gonna take both of them, and I'm going to give you Brandon Cooks.
Ooh, I like that. All
right, J Mike, what do you got?
All right, I'm going for the pair too, and I think I like Zach's better. I'm gonna go for the pair. I'm going Juju Smith-Schuster. And you can edit this out, but I've got to use the restroom so bad.
Okay. Would either of you guys give Juju for the pair of these?
Yes, in a heartbeat.
Oof.
Not a Juju fan.
God, I love Juju so much. All right, well, while he's doing that, I'm going to go open my basement door.
Oh.
I think Landry's going to be too much.
He is. I was gonna go the pair of them for Landry, which was, I think, a little bit of an undersell, but you bumped me up to Cooks, and I think that's going to be close.
I couldn't think of. Landry's the guy I started out with.
Yeah. No, he's still in the 14 to 27 range.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's fallen off enough, but I couldn't think of someone else in that range that I.
J Mike's back. J Mike, it's I just want to open my basement door. It's 22 degrees outside right now. That's how hot, or it's 30. It's now 30. That's how fucking hot it is down here right now. I'm dying. All right. We've got all the results.
Oh boy.
All right.
That Brandon Cooks was good.
We'll start with that one. We'll start with Brandon Cooks. So DJ Moore and Sutton, the pair comes in at 33.4. Zach offered Brandon Cooks for the pair. A little shy, 28.5. J Mike offered Juju, comes in at 34.5. That's pretty close. I can hear myself coming through somebody's monitor. Does somebody have really high or not have their headphones on or something? Anyone?
No, it shouldn't be me.
Okay. Hopefully it goes away.
I heard it too. But...
You can hear that too? There's a major echo. Maybe it's my volume. I can check my volume.
Yeah, you're in my headphones.
I'll turn it down a little bit so you guys will have to scream now for me to hear it. No. All right. And then we finally have Kyle, who just absolutely nailed it. Went for Sutton alone at 22.3. Offered Jarvis Landry, who comes on the calculator, at 22.3.
Wow.
And then of Elijah Hood, who comes in at 0.1. So Kyle by difference of Elijah Hood.
Wow.
Well done. Good point. Kyle is 1 point in the night up, of course, because God forbid we not have a tie on this game. All right. That means Kyle gets to go next. And the next group is Dante Pettis and Kiki Kuti. Kyle, who do you want to attack? And what do you want to go for? Or what do you want to offer?
I will go for both. And I will offer Chris Godwin.
All right. Zach, we'll move over to you since you still are in second place.
Yeah, that's I like that strategy. I think I'll go for both of them also and serve up Calvin Ridley.
Very disappointed if I was giving away Ridley for the All right, J Mike, who do you want to go for?
All right. I'm going for the pair. We'll make it a dummy sweep here. And I'm going to offer Alex Collins.
All right. Well, you guys all going for the pair made this game super easy. The pair comes in at 6.2 with Pettis at 2.9 and Kuti at 3.3. So real close together.
Wow, I'm way over.
Calvin Ridley is way off. You're way off. He comes in at 17.8. I'm not doing the math on that one. You're not. Chris Godwin, 8.2, which is a little bit closer, only off by 2. But J Mike nailed it. Alex Collins, 6.6. I really do wonder if you could get the pair of those for Alex Collins right now. To me, I would take the pair of receivers there easily. What about you guys?
Same.
Absolutely.
All right. So J Mike's on the board, which means he gets to go first in this next one. We're going to move over to those fun tight ends that we talked about earlier. We've got Eric Ebron. I score a touchdown every half a touch, or every half a target, and Dallas Goedert. Where do you want to go, J Mike? And what do you want to offer?
First of all, this is awful.
Everybody has to get a tight end on their team to start. Well, until you start playing in those leagues where it's just like a wide receiver tight end position.
I just need that to be known up front. Okay. I have no idea where to value Goddard. So I have to go Ebron. Eric Ebron. Who are some people that people hate? I'm gonna go Kenyon Drake, and I'm gonna go. Oh man, if I go Drake, he can't be too high up. I'm gonna go Kenyon Drake, and I'm gonna go Josh Doxson.
Okay, we'll head on over to Kyle, who's currently residing in first place. Kyle, what do you have?
I'm gonna take another stab at this. I'm gonna go for both, and I'm gonna send Penny.
Alrighty, and Zach.
Ooh, I'll go for both of them, I guess, and send. Oh, tight ends are gross. What are you doing to me? Doug Baldwin.
Almost like a tight end wasteland out there.
It is. It is.
I'm really curious to find out where Goddard falls, because that's super interesting.
Oh, I
For him
can
to
tell
be
you
in
that right now, J. Mike. So Goddard comes in at 4.7, Ebron at 8.7. Ebron, which J. Mike went for on his own, he offered Kenyon Drake at 5.1 and Josh Doxson 2.4 for a total of 7.5. Comes in real close to that 8.7, only 1.2 off.
Bang, bang.
So the pair of the tight ends is 13.4, which means we're looking for a number that's a lot closer than what Kyle and Zach have. Penny comes in at 8.8, Baldwin at only 6.5 right now.
Wow. In the trash can.
Just bottoming out value-wise on the trade calculator, which means J-Mike has back-to-back points. And if you get this last point, J-Mike, you win the night. You can come behind, win this game, and win the night.
You're going down, J. Mike.
And we will go with, of course, we have the dummies on. So what's the one player we have got to discuss, guys? One player.
James Conner?
Blake Bortles.
No, Blake Bortles. Well played, well played. I wish.
You said dummies.
It is James Conner. I think Zach was the one that weighed in there and nailed it. So our next pairing is James Conner and Dalvin Cook. J. Mike, you get to start us off again. So everybody knows James Conner's valued at like 8,000 in the calculator, right?
Is this the Kyle calculator?
Yeah, it weighs in the dummy cheat sheet heavily, and it puts James Conner above like Saquon plus Gurley plus Mahomes. Even that, you have to like double that offer to get there. Just saying. I'm kidding. You guys were out front on Conner, and I'm giving you credit for that. You guys nailed that, and I wish I had more of him. J. Mike, it's still on you.
I don't know. I think James Conner is probably worth $1 billion. So, like, going after him, I think is the scary thing to do. But I'm gonna do it.
All right. Going for good old JC.
Yeah, we're going to go James Conner here, and let's try. If I'm trying to go get James Conner and I want to get as close as possible, I'm going.
Not use Elijah Hood again.
I got a few more names around that area.
I'm gonna go Amari Cooper, and who's somebody I can pair with Amari? Like to get close.
That's the whole point of the game.
Wait. That's what we were supposed to be doing this whole time?
Friends like you. Friends like you, Botch. I'm going to go Amari Cooper and we can't name someone that you've already said, right?
Correct. Any value that's been exposed is no longer valid.
All right. Amari Cooper, and on top of that, we'll go. Trying to go back to your name game names, see if they can help me.
Mike.
Okay, I'm sorry. Amari Cooper, and Royce Freeman. Sorry.
You're not really killing me. You're not killing me. I'm just kidding. So, all right. We'll go over to Kyle since he still remains in second place. Hasn't scored a point in a while. But,
Of course.
if he can close out the game. Kyle, what do you want to do? I assume you're going for James Conner.
Of course, I'm gonna go for my boy, James
I
Conner.
assume you know his trade calculator value off the top of your head.
I don't. But I'm hoping that this is all caught up. So I'm going to say Fournette.
I believe they update pretty frequently.
They do, and so I'm hoping that everything is caught up. So Fournette and Yeldon for Connor.
So the Jacksonville backfield. All right, and Zach, on to you.
Well, I'm gonna go James Conner for Zach Ertz and Julio.
You love yourself some James Conner, don't you? Or hate Julio? I know you don't hate Julio though.
No, I love Julio.
Well, would you offer that? Would you actually make that offer in a league?
It would be cool. I don't care about tight ends. Yeah, I might.
You said Ertz and Julio.
I think James Conner is going to be top 5 for the next few. We just had this discussion on the pod.
I know.
Yeah, we talked for like 20 minutes before we came on here about James Conner and Le'Veon Bell.
I will link to the Dynasty Dummies podcast for all those that want to go check that conversation out so that we don't rehash it right now. I will say that Julio comes in at 38 and James Conner comes in at 33. So you're off by Zach
Ertz.
24.2. So a little off there.
Wah.
We have Amari coming in at 22.4 and Royce Freeman at 13.8 for their total of 36.2. 3.2.
That's not close enough.
That is a tight window.
Not close enough.
It is not close enough.
Fournette Yeldon was good.
Fournette comes in at 28, Yeldon at 30.7 for a total of 31.7. And Kyle wins the game. Congrats.
Wow.
Thank you.
There's nothing imaginary about that game win. So now we have a 1-to-1-to-1.
That's a three-way. A two-man sack race will be held on consecutive Sundays until a champion is crowned.
All right.
I feel like I should just take the win from the entire show because I was so close in the last 2 games.
Yeah, that's not how it works. That is not.
I'm just trying to make your life easier, John.
So here's what we're gonna do. The tiebreaker for tonight is gonna be what is often the Easter eggs on Dynasty Trade Calculator podcast. I'm gonna give you a team and a position, and we're just gonna name players. You're just gonna name them until you miss one. When you miss one, you are out.
This is awesome.
This is gonna decide the game. And we're gonna get a little gross right now. What is one of the worst teams in the NFL? Oh, wait. I was going to say worst AFC East teams, but there's basically 3 of them that are terrible. So we're going to go with Miami Dolphins, and we're going to go with wide receivers. Since Kyle won the last game, he can go first. Then who got the second game? That was okay. So the order here is going to be Kyle, then Zach, then J-Mike, and just fire away. I will tell you if you are wrong and you are out.
Let's go ahead and start Parker. Start with Parker.
Parker, he's on there, yes.
Leonte Carew.
Good. Continue.
Jakeem Grant.
Good. Go.
Stills.
You can just rapid fire him.
Wes Welker.
No, say that again so that I'm not talking over it.
We're talking like
any Dolphins receiver of any time. Go ahead.
Wes Welker.
Bird alert. Albert Wilson.
Chris Chambers.
Do I need to check that one? I think that's right, but that was a while ago, right? Okay, go on.
Danny Amendola.
We're going to go with Mark Clayton.
Landry. Jarvis Landry.
Mark Duper.
Super
duper.
I'm gonna go Sheesh, wasn't Chris Carter a Dolphin?
I can check real fast. Chris Carter played for the Dolphins in his final season of 2002. J. Mike stays alive.
Yo.
Brandon Marshall.
Irving Fryer.
Irving Fryer. Wow. Oh man, we about reached my limit. What about yeah, I don't think this is gonna be right. I'm gonna try wait, did somebody say Brandon Marshall?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
David Boston. You have to look that one up. I can't remember if he did or didn't.
Ooh, that's a good question. David Boston. What is it? It does say that he played a year in Miami, but I'm not seeing. Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. David Boston played his final season in Miami after missing the entire 2004 season. He did play 5 games for Miami in 2005.
Wow.
Winning.
Or lucky guess. Either way, it works. Let's go on, guys. Kyle, I think it's back to you, right?
It is. And I think I'm out.
J Mike, you gotta help us.
you went first, so they have somebody else has to get it right for you to not win. Otherwise, we'll have to go to another team. So if you're out, just say that you're out, and we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think I am out.
All right, Kyle is bowing out. Zach, you got a name?
No.
I got one in the holster. Wow.
All right. I don't have one.
For the win, J Mike.
This is so obscure because his brother played quarterback at the University of Kentucky. Brian Hartline.
Oh, great. I can't believe I forgot Brian Hartline.
100% he was a Dolphin.
Yeah, definitely.
Wins Dynasty Game Night in the tiebreak. Well done, J Mike. The people of Twitter are rejoicing right now. How does it feel to know that you're king of the dummies?
Mama, I made it. I made
it. Nice. Hey, great showing from you, Zach and Kyle. Awesome job. Thank you guys all for joining tonight. J Mike, we will see you in the Tournament of Champions. Before we get out of here, go around the horn, give everybody your information, what you do, where you can be found, everything like that. Let's start with you, Zach.
I am at Tacit Assassin 13 on Twitter, and you can find me anywhere you find the Dynasty Dummies.
I'm with Zach on the Dummies show, and I am on Twitter at Caleb Breck.
And Champion, where can people go and worship your victory?
I'll bring my own triumphant trumpet. On Twitter at JMikeCheck, at JMIC Check. The show's handle at the Open Bar FP. Hashtag 15 and out. Hashtag Dummy Blitz. Holla at your boy.
All righty. Thank you all for joining tonight. As I said at the beginning, get a shirt, $10. You are not going to beat that deal. Go give a review and send us $10 and we'll send you out that shirt. And enjoy all of the Dynasty family of podcasts group. Thank you all. And until next night, enjoy.